Welcome to Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy. Now here's your host, Tim McMahon.
It's Friday! That means it's time to recap and review all the Star Wars headlines that grabbed my attention this week, and then I'll share a quick opinion or thought about each one. Hey, this is Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy. We don't have time for much more than that. It seemed that so much of the news this week revolved around the May the 4th holiday. So many retailers were having sales and specials. I don't remember this being such a big shopping day in years past. Was it? Please set me straight if I'm wrong. Anyway, StarWars.com had a great list of all the retailers having specials, and a lot of them are still going on. Check it out. I didn't purchase anything out of the ordinary this year. Did you? Let me know. I'm curious. May the 4th also entered the political arena when Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, the coolest elected leader in the free world according to some, was spotted wearing his best Star Wars socks while meeting Irish Prime Minister Enda Kenny. Trudeau was rocking mismatched 3PO and R2 socks, which are awesome. I think more elected leaders need to jump on the Star Wars bandwagon. Yes, it's cynical, they'll just be doing it for votes, but you know what? I want to see it. That's my opinion, I welcome yours. Hey, not all May the 4th news was cool though. For example, a student went to his high school in Green Bay, Wisconsin, dressed as a stormtrooper. Now that's a cool way to celebrate the holiday, right? Wrong. All the teacher saw was a kid in body armor and a mask, and well, the place was then locked down. I haven't read what repercussions there will be for the student, but I hope they go easy on him. He's just a kid, and it's a stupid mistake, but it's just a mistake. I feel like we hear this story a lot. People get armor, they buy it online, they go out in public, and boom, things go bad for them. Hey, people, think about the world we live in. Stop embarrassing yourselves and Star Wars fans. Lots of video game news this week. It was announced that Battlefront 2 will be released on November 17th. I can't wait. The game this time will have a single-player storyline, which was very much lacking in Battlefront, and in the storyline you'll be playing as an Imperial. That's always cool. The game will cover all eras of the films. Cannot wait. To hold you over until November, you can check out Good Old Games, GOG.com. In honor of May 4th, they're having a huge sale on classic Star Wars games. This is a great way to pick up the best Star Wars games of the past 25 years and have them ready to run on your modern computer, which can be a pain in the butt to do if you still have the discs from way back when. I do. And it's so troublesome to get those old games to run that it's easier just to rebuy them from Good Old Games. Hey, and speaking of old games, an unfinished, unreleased game from 2012 has made its way onto the internet somehow. It was a first-person shooter titled Star Wars First Assault. Think Call of Duty, but Star Wars. The game looks more technical than Battlefront, more real, if you know what I mean. I haven't played it, but I'd like to, because first-person shooters are my jam. On to rumor news. It seems like the rumor of the week this week has nothing to do with movies, but if stories are to be believed, it appears that Star Wars in Concert will be making a comeback. Now, I never saw Star Wars in Concert before, the live music and multimedia show that combined an orchestra with a big screen. The rumor going around this time is that Star Wars in Concert will be pretty much just A New Hope instead of bits of all the films. And it will be like you're watching a silent movie version of Star Wars. It'll be Star Wars on the big screen and just music. This actually sounds pretty interesting to me. I'd love to go, but the rumor also states that this will be a European tour. Hopefully, they'll start in Europe and then they'll come to the States. Hey, speaking of music, have you seen the Sgt. Pepper's A New Hope mashup? It is so awesome. It's so awesome, in fact, that I already did a full episode about it, so please scroll back in my feed to check out more about this awesome musical masterpiece created by fans. And finally, in the... Really? Are you sure about that? That doesn't seem right to me, department. Barclay Bank, a big UK bank, did some research, and they wanted to find out just how much money Star Wars fans spend in their lifetime on Star Wars. Well, they say the average Star Wars fan spends 800 pounds in their lifetime. That's 1,038 US dollars, 1417 Canadian, and 944 euros. But they say super fans like you and me, dear listener, spend closer to 2,235 pounds in their lifetime. That is 2,901 US dollars, 3,960 Canadian dollars, and 2,637 euros. That doesn't seem right to me. I swear I spend more than that in a year. And I'm not a rich man, far from it. I work 2 jobs, come on. But hey, that's what Barclay Bank says. They've got the research to back it up, so there you go. So those are all the headlines that grabbed my attention this week. What headlines grabbed your attention that I didn't talk about? I want to know. Email me at 12parsekspodcast@gmail.com or connect with me on any of my social media accounts. All the links can be found on my website, 12parsekspodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Utini!
You've been listening to Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy, part of the expanded Fandomverse network of shows. For links and show notes, visit our website, 12parsekpodcast.com. Follow Less Than 12 Parsecs on Twitter at 12parpod, on Instagram at 12parsekspodcast, on Tumblr at 12parsekspodcast, and find us on Facebook as well. And please let us know what you think. Email us at 12parsekspodcast@gmail.com.